Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Muhammad Ibrahim, lecturer in chemistry, Milestone College, Uttara Dhaka. My dear students, all of you are welcome to our online classes. Today, I will discuss chapter 6, chemistry, chapter 6, creative questions. Okay, all of you see the board. You must write it in your class or copy. Then one by one I will give you the answer, then you must write it. On analysis of X compound, we get 0.33 gram hydrogen, 4 gram carbon and 10.67 gram oxygen. Vapor density of the compound is 45. Okay, now this is the stem. On the basis of the stem, you have to write the answer of A, B, C, D. Okay, all of you see that in number A, I have given what is molar solution. So, it is a knowledge based question. There may be different types: molar solution, semi-molar solution, decimolar solution, molarity of solution. Anyone may come. Number B, also I have given two questions. Number 1, determine the number of molecules in 10 gram carbon dioxide at STP. In previous class I have given what is STP. It is standard temperature and pressure, 0 degree Celsius temperature and 1 atmosphere pressure together is called STP. Number 2, I have given find out the percent composition of hydrogen, sulfur and oxygen in sulfuric acid. H2SO4, it is sulfuric acid. Number C, I have given determine the percent composition of compound of the stem. That means in the stem the compound X is mentioned. We have to find out the that percent composition. Then number D, I have also given two questions. Determine molecular mass of X compound. How will you prepare 2.5 liter semi-molar solution? Analyze mathematically. Semi-molar solution means 0.5 mole solute dissolved in 1 liter solution. Okay, now let us start one by one. Dear students, now we will write the answer one by one. All of you write it in your class or copy. Number A, molar solution. So I have written the answer at a fixed temperature. If 1 mole solute is dissolved in 1 liter solution, then that solution is called molar solution. Now in the one there are also more 3 questions given. Second one was semi-molar solution. So semi-molar will be instead of 1 mole, semi-molar will be 0.5 mole. So what will be? At a fixed temperature, if 0.5 mole solute is dissolved in 1 liter solution, then that solution is called semi-molar solution. So in case of decimolar solution, it will be 0.1 mole. So you will write at a fixed temperature, if 0.1 mole solute is dissolved in 1 liter solution, then that solution is called semi-molar solution. Okay, then what is the molarity of solution? Fourth option was at a fixed temperature, the number of moles solute dissolved in 1 liter solution, that is the molarity of solution. So number 1, many options may be given. If you have to learn all the questions in the book. Okay, now number B. Number B also I have given 2 questions. It is first one. Everybody see that molecular mass of carbon dioxide. Carbon atomic mass 12, oxygen atomic mass 16. So here 2 oxygen, so it will be 16 into 2. If you add 16 to the 32, then add 12, it will be 44. So the molecular mass of carbon dioxide is 44. Now we know So 1 mole carbon dioxide means 44 gram carbon dioxide. Now we know that in 1 mole carbon dioxide the molecules are 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. That means in 44 gram carbon dioxide contains 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 molecules. So what will be in 1 gram carbon dioxide? It will be divided by 44. Then what will be in 10 gram carbon dioxide? It will be multiplied by 10. Then by using scientific calculator you can do it. It will be 1.37 into 10 to the power 23 molecules. Okay, now number 2 of B. I have given 2 questions in B. Now second one, we have to find out the fraction composition of hydrogen, sulfur and oxygen in sulfuric acid. So to find out the fraction composition, at first we have to find out the molecular mass. So molecular mass of sulfuric acid equal hydrogen atomic mass 1. So 1 into 2 because 2 hydrogen is there. Sulfur atomic mass 32. Then oxygen atomic mass 16. 4 oxygen, that's why it will be multiplied by 4. Now after multiplying, if we add, then it will be 98. That means the molecular mass of sulfuric acid is 98. Now we have to find out the fraction composition of hydrogen, sulfur and oxygen. First one, hydrogen. There is a formula to find out the fraction composition. At first, number of atomic mass, number of atoms into 100 divided by molecular mass. Atomic mass into number of atoms into 100 divided by 98. So hydrogen atomic mass is 1, number of hydrogen 2, then 100 and atomic molecular mass is 98. So it is 2.04%. Similarly, the fraction composition of sulfur. The atomic mass of sulfur is 32. Number of sulfur is 1 into 100 divided by 98. So it is 32.65%. Then the fraction composition of oxygen. Atomic mass of oxygen is 16. Number of oxygen 2 into 100 divided by 98. So it is 65.3%. Okay. Okay. Now number C. It is given that in 15 gram of X compound, hydrogen equals 0.33 gram, carbon equals 4 gram, oxygen equals 16.67 gram. Now we have to find out the fraction composition. So here the total amount is given 15 gram and is element amount also given. So now the fraction composition of hydrogen equal, hydrogen amount is given 0.33, it is divided by total amount 15, then into 100 it will be the percentage, so it will be 2.2%. Then the fraction composition of carbon. So the amount of carbon is given 4 gram, so total amount given 15 gram, so 4 divided by 15 into 100, then it will be 26.7%. Then the fraction composition of oxygen. Amount of oxygen is given 10.67 gram, total 15 gram. So divided 10.67 divided by 15 into 100, then it will be 71.13%. So these are the answer. Fraction composition: hydrogen 2.2%, carbon 26.7%, and oxygen 71.13%. Now number D. In number C, we have got the fraction composition of hydrogen, it is 2.2%, carbon 26.7%, oxygen 71.13%. Now for doing number D, we have to first divide the fraction composition by their respective atomic mass. So everybody know the atomic mass of hydrogen is 1, carbon is 12, oxygen is 16. So first of all, hydrogen divided by 2.2 divided by 1, it is 2.2. Again carbon 26.7, it is divided by 12 because the atomic mass of carbon is 12. So answer is 2.2. Oxygen, atomic mass of oxygen is 16. So it is divided by 16, answer is 4.4. Now among these three answers, which one is the smallest? 2.2. Now we divide the quotient by the smallest quotient. So here hydrogen 2.2, smallest quotient is 2.2. So it is 1. Carbon 2.2, smallest quotient is 2.2. So it is also 1. Now oxygen 4.4 divided by 2.2, it is 2. So we have got the number of atoms of hydrogen, it is 1. Number of atom carbon, it is also 1. Number of atom oxygen, it is 2. Now we will write the ratio of the carbon, hydrogen and oxygen atoms. Okay, dear students, we are in the last step. So we have got the carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. So the ratio of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen will be 1 ratio 1 ratio 2. So the empirical formula shows the ratio of the number of atoms of a compound. So the empirical formula will be C1H1O2. So we can write CaO2. So now molecular formula will be the empirical formula n times. Here n is the number of, n is whole number. N is a whole number. So the molecular formula will be CaSO2 whole to the power n. So now what will be the value of n? If molecular mass of the compound is divided by the mass of the empirical formula, then we will get the value of n. So everybody see, in the stem it is given the vapor density is 45. So molecular mass will be vapor density double, that means multiplied by 2, then it is 90. So here the molecular mass is 90. Now mass of empirical formula, we know the atomic mass of carbon it is 12, hydrogen it is 1, oxygen it is 16. So it is multiplied by 2, all together it is 45. Now if we divide 90 divided by 40, then we are getting the value of n. So I told that number of n will be the whole number, we have got it is 2. Now by putting the value of n, we will get the molecular formula of the compound. So here it will be CaSO2 whole to the power 2. Then it will be C2H2O4. Now everybody see that it is our answer. We have got the molecular formula. Now let's see the molecular mass, it is 90 or not. Carbon atomic mass 12, it is multiplied by 2. Hydrogen atomic mass 1 multiplied by 2. Oxygen atomic mass 16 multiplied by 4. Now if we add all, then we will get 90. So the molecular formula is C2H2O4 and molecular mass is 90. We know, just I have shown it is correct or not. Then empirical formula it is CaSO2 and mass is 45. So our question was to find out the molecular formula and we solve it. And like this, if you understand the math, you can do this type of math. I will give homework. Okay, everybody write it. Okay, dear students, in number D, I have given 2 questions. So I have solved number 1. Number 2, you can solve if you see the previous classwork. It was like that. That is given to prepare the semi-molar solution. So by using formula, you can solve it. Everybody do it in your classwork copy. Now homework. All of you see the board. I have given homework. First one is find out the percent composition of aluminum, sulfur and oxygen in aluminum sulfate. Okay, second one, in a compound sodium is 32.4%, sulfur is 22.5%, oxygen is 45%, molecular mass of the compound is 142. You have to show that the empirical formula and molecular formula of the compound are same. That means I have shown how to find out the empirical formula and also I have shown how to find out the molecular formula. So you see that in this case that both formula will be same, so you just write. So we see that the empirical formula and molecular formula of the compound are same. So it is shown. Now I am writing the aluminum sulfate formula. Everybody see the word. It is aluminum, it is sulfate. So the valency is aluminum is 3, sulfate is 2. So the valency of sulfate it will place with the aluminum and the valency of aluminum it will place with the sulfate. So what is the formula of aluminum sulfate? Al2SO4 whole 3. So to find out the Fersen composition, at first you have to find out the molecular mass of aluminum sulfate. Okay, dear students, today I have shown a creative question of chapter 6 and also on the basis of that homework, that classwork, I have given also homework. Everybody must do the classwork in your classwork copy and do the homework in your homework copy. Then you submit it to your subject teacher. Okay, thank you everybody.